Hey, this is Andrew Brown, and in this video, what I want to do is see if we can get some return codes to come back from the AWS CLI. So I'm going to just open up Cloud Shell here. I just recently had it open, so it instantly opened. You might have to wait a little bit, or you might have to create some kind of volume. I think it's backed by EBS or S3 or something. So you need to maybe create that first. But anyway, now that it is spun up, what we can do is we can go ahead and try to use the CLI. So if I type in AWS, just making sure the CLI is there, we're in good shape. Let's see who we are. So we're going to use the AWS STS get caller identity to confirm who we think we are. I'm right now Andrew Brown, which is totally great. And if we want to get our error code, I made this in the slide where we have this echo $sign question mark for bash. So let's go ahead and type that in. So we'll type in echo $sign question mark. I said bash, I meant to say question mark. And we got an error code of 0, and 0 means that we're getting a status 200, and the code was returned by AWS, no errors generated. Let's see if we can get a different kind of error, and I think one way that we could emulate that is in our cloud developer environment. So I'm gonna go ahead and just open up our existing environment. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to purposely muck up my credentials and then see if we can get an error code back. So we'll do that here in just a moment. And probably the easiest way is to set up our a profile. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and type in AWS configure. I'm going to purposely put in junk content. So I'll just do this, and I'll do that, and I will let it set to whatever. And so now we've set up junk content. I'm going to type in open, and I'm going to open up the credentials file because I want to set it to a profile that's something other than what I'm currently using. I'm going to just say wrong as it's supposed to be wrong. So now if I type in AWS STS get caller identity and I set the profile as wrong, notice that it entered auto prompt because it clearly thinks that there's something wrong. Oh, yeah, I think it's because I typed the word identity wrong. I always type that word wrong. It looks like I added an N in the front there. We'll try this again. And notice that I get error occurred invalid client token. But let's go take a look at what the error code is. And the error code we get back is 254. So if we look down below here, the command was successful sending a request, error returned by the API from the service. So it was able to send the request, but it was an issue with things being invalid. I'm actually surprised it didn't throw a 253. So the system environment configuration was invalid, bad, or missing AWS credentials. That's actually what happened. But what we got was the 253. Let's go double check the return codes to make sure that what I wrote in that slide is not wrong. Pretty sure I'm not wrong there, but we'll go ahead and check. And so here we see some CLI return codes. Okay, but I'm pretty sure AWS has more documentation on it. I'm surprised this is so limited. This is version 1. Let's go to version 2. Do we get more? There we go. And so here it says the system was invalid. This one says nothing about credentials. This one talks about credentials. So you can see that it's not me that is making the mistake here. Let's go ahead and just copy this link. This was in my slide. I grabbed it as a source. And so this shows the error codes as well. That's how you can see how I knew how to do for that and for this. That's for PowerShell. That is for command prompt, which you didn't look at. And so 253 is still talking about credentials. But clearly, we just have bad credentials. So, you know, why AWS doesn't report the same thing as error codes, I don't know why. But anyway, that's all I wanted to show you. So there you go. And I will see you in the next one, okay? Ciao.